In today's Health Watch, we are talking about Rare Disease Day. A disease is considered rare if it affects fewer than 200,000 Americans. That's according to the National Organization for Rare Disorders, compared to 240,000 cases of breast cancer diagnosed every year in the U.S., according to the CDC. And we are celebrating Rare Disease Day on the rarest day of all, and that is Leap Day. And we have a very special guest. Joining me now is Michelle Foster, a woman in Denver living with the rare disease. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about your diagnosis and what exactly you're living with.
So I have a rare cancer, stage 4 metastatic adenoid cystic carcinoma, which is a rare head and neck cancer that affects roughly 1,300 people in the U.S. a year. It's roughly about 11,000 of us living in the U.S. today.
So can you tell me a little about your journey when you were first diagnosed and what it's been like since?
Sure. So I was first diagnosed in 2017. We found a tumor just a little bit smaller than the size of a ping pong ball in the left side of my face in my parotid gland. And from there, I was referred to UC Health, University of Colorado Hospital. In particular, a surgeon named Dr. Julie Goddard. She is one of 3 surgeons in the state that is skilled enough to perform the surgery. Did a biopsy, found out it was cancerous. I think it was less than 15% chance that a tumor like that would be cancerous. But from there, UC Health put together an amazing team of oncologists for me. You know, from Dr. Goddard to my medical oncologist, Dr. Daniel Bowles, my radiation oncologist, Dr. Ryan Lanning, and my PA, Jennifer Harino. So after going through the 9-hour operation with Dr. Goddard, we, 6 weeks recovery, did pretty intense radiation, about 40 rounds of radiation with Dr. Lanning. Went in 5 days a week for 8 weeks, and everything was going as well as it could, doing great. And then, unfortunately, in 2018, we found out that the cancer had spread to my lungs, which has been the most challenging part so far. There is no FDA-approved treatment at this point, so Dr. Bowles and Jen have guided me through different medical studies and clinical trials, different off-label drugs. Sure. It started with just a few spots in my lungs, but over the years have progressed to roughly between 30 or 50 different tumors in my lungs. And then in 2022, we found out it had spread to my spine, did a little bit more radiation with Dr. Lanning, a kyphoplasty procedure, and then actually just the end of last year, we found a second spot in my spine, and we just did radiation again at the beginning of this month. So
it's been a tough journey.
It's been a little bit of a roller coaster.
Right, it sounds like it. And for Rare Disease Day, it's to raise awareness for these diseases. I mean, you were talking about very little people in the country have gone through what you're going through, and how do you find support?
You know, things like Rare Disease Day, it's really important to bring that awareness and shed light on the obstacles that, you know, we face, whether it be getting the correct diagnosis, the financial burdens. Don't even get me started on the battles with insurance. But it's important to recognize that although rare diseases themselves are rare, the people living with rare diseases is common. You know, we take up 1/3 of the population. So bringing the awareness, it opens opportunities for more research, funding for research, better resources.
Right.
And things like that.
Well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your story with us. Thank you. I appreciate
so much.
it. And remember, you can watch all of our Health Watch interviews on our website, cbscolorado.com. We'll be right back.